As the sun set over the Ada Estuary on July 6, 2014, a jet ski glides across the water. On board is Castro, one of Ghana's most celebrated musicians, and a young woman named Janet Bandu. The two race across the waves, their laughter mixing with the roar of the engine, until suddenly it stops. From the beginning, the account of Kasho's disappearance seems strange. He wasn't even supposed to go on this trip in the first place. The legendary Ghanaian football player, Asamoah, a close friend of his, had organized a lavish vacation at the well-known Ada Estuary resort Aqua Safari. Despite his invitation, Castro declined. He was determined not to miss his commitment to attend a funeral in Kumasi. However, Castro had a last-minute change of mind on the day of the funeral. Nobody is certain of the reason. Some claim that the decision to choose fun over grieving was made casually. Was this destiny, or did he feel drawn to that water for any reason? A day prior to Castro's disappearance, the first indication that something was strange appeared under the supervision of an instructor. Asamoah and several friends went out on the river on jet skis, laughing, racing, and enjoying the sensation of the wind on their faces. They rode out. However, Jan became uncomfortable when they arrived at a particular location, a marshy river mouth. There was a problem. The water didn't look right. The air was heavier. A peculiar silence descended upon them. Jan informed the instructor, "I don't think we should go further." However, the instructor dismissed it. "It's alright. People frequently visit this place." Nevertheless, John demanded that they go back. He might have been saved by that choice. But what about Castro? Castro had recovered and was eager for adventure the following day. He was unaware of the previous day's warning by Asamoah. There was no instructor present this time. It was just him and Janet Bandu, a young woman who had gotten onto the back of his motorcycle. When the issue existed, she had no life jacket on her. She was cautioned and told to put one on by the instructor. Castro, however, convinced everyone that he was a man of integrity. "I can swim," he declared. "There won't be anything." They immediately took off for the sea. It was the final time they would ever be seen alive. The people at the resort noticed something unsettling as the sun began to set. Everyone had come from their jet ski trips except for Castro and Janet. There was no panic at first. Perhaps they had traveled further than anticipated. They might have been taking their time. However, the manager of the jet ski rental discovered something unsettling. When he counted, one jet ski was gone. Panic struck. Scanning the river, people rushed to the shore. They made a call to Castro, but no response. Then something appeared in the distance. The jet ski went away, floating by itself, and there is a life jacket close by. Not Castro, though not Janet. Nothing except emptiness. The result became the scene of desperate search within hours, calling their names. Boats and divers searched the river's depth. However, there were no bodies, no indications of the conflict, and no blood in the water. The hunt was joined by authorities. Weeks passed, nothing. Within a few days, bodies rise to the surface in most drowning cases. Janet and Castro, however, never did. There was no sign of them at all. They appeared to have been totally submerged by the river. Theories started to circulate since there was no rational explanation. Spirits in the water were mentioned by fishermen. Mami Water, a strong water deity who is renowned by luring people to their deaths, was mentioned in whispers by certain residents. Some people had theories that Janet was a water demon, Mami Water to be precise, and had lured Castro into the water and killed him. But Janet firmly denied all public allegations. Some theories went as far, saying he was maybe killed by Asamoah for ritual. Then came another jaw-dropping statement. A mysterious figure, a spiritualist, claimed to know the truth, a disturbing truth that few dared to discuss. Asamoah and his friends, their faces weighed down with unsaid anxieties, went looking for him. A spiritualist's voice wavered as he described Castro's last moments in the faint light of flickering candles. The elderly guy whispered. He did not hesitate. Janet's scream was drowned by the abyss of the river as she fell off the jet ski. Castro immediately ripped off his life jacket and rushed to her aid. However, the water was just waiting. There was a chilling quiet in the room. The instant he released his grip, the current snatched them both, relentless and ruthless. Somewhere in the distance, a river still roared, waiting, watching. The only thing that can take fire out is water. Was this how Castro was destined to die?
Family solo solo, in the mingo money in pele pele. They were fale kamiya in the cyclitas and in Titiamane.
In the song, Castro sings in a Ghanaian language called Ghan. The translation of this song goes like this. I fell into a river and began to swim. I felt the sweetness of it and I began to struggle. The river should carry me away. I followed the sweetness of sugar and brought trouble on myself. Did he really knew about his death? Or was this just a coincidence? The mystery of Castro and the fire's disappearance has not been resolved throughout the years, and it appears that nobody will ever fully comprehend what transpired on that fatal day in the Volta River. The silence of the river where Castro and Janet disappeared still resonates, and many who knew them are still troubled by the terrifying prospect of what they might have encountered in their last moments. Some people continue to feel that the truth is deeper than what anyone may choose to believe, even in the face of numerous speculations and assertions on spiritual involvement. Did Castro lose his life as a result of his courage? Were they drawn under by a sea creature, or was there a darker force at work? One we can't really understand. Castro's family has yet to bury him, clinging to the bright hope that he would return home someday. Those who previously looked up to him will always be troubled by the questions surrounding his disappearance, and his absence is a pain that will never go away. There is little doubt that Castro and the fire will live on in history, like the final note of a song that never fully goes away. The tale of his rise and disappearance and the mystery that surrounds it will endure. On the Volta River, what actually took place, we might never find out. However, the mystery is more than just a tragedy to those who trust in the power of the unknown. It serves as a terrifying reminder that sometimes the truth is hidden in the deep seas that only the courageous or the clueless dare to venture into.